Well, hello all and welcome, and thank you all very much for joining me. I hope you're all doing well. I'm not after any pity, but I've got a cold, and it is what it is. I was going to say I'm battling my way through it, but you know, these things happen. Time of year, it's October. It's 15th of October, so I suppose, you know, I can expect it. I haven't had my flu jab yet. That's the annoying thing. Another couple of weeks and bang, but still, that's the way it goes. So what have I got you? Well, I've had my seeds, or I've had my delivery of seeds. I generally tend to do one big order with DT Browns and basically order the lot in one go. Not that I have all my seeds from there, but about 99% of them come from there. I've had some other things as well delivered that I want to show you, and I've got a bit of video that was filmed literally, it'd be about a month ago now. It's of me taking my first winter cabbage and lifting the first of my carrots. So I've got that to show you. So I think what I'll do is I'll show you the me lifting the carrots and cutting me first cabbage. I'll show you that, and then while you're watching that, I'll get and put a brew on, get and do a brew, and then I'll bring you back and we'll have a mooch around with regards what seeds I've got for next year. So see you in a minute or three. Right, well, I'm round here on the plot, as you can see. Going to have one of these cabbage. Wife's doing the dinner. I told her about these cabbage. It's really nice and firm. So is that one. Let's just have a, and that one. They're all much of a muchness size wise. Oh, that one's a bit smaller, but I'm going to have this end one. So there we go. Admittedly, I've got to take some of these outer leaves off. I'll have these off. I'm very pleased with that. I've got to be honest, I think this year has probably been the best year for a while for my cabbages. Well, a lot of my brassicas, to be honest. But yeah, that's good, firm, solid head on that. So next job now is get back round home and have a look at the carrots, because I've not harvested any of them this year. So we'll get and have a look at them. Right, first time this year harvesting carrots. I've got Nazareth in here and I've got Sweet Candle in that one. So we'll have a look around. We'll try and get one of each. Push that down. Oh, well, don't mind her. That's very nice. That's, as I say, Nazareth. That is. Let's have a look. The Sweet Candle in here. Have a look at that one. That looks quite a big top to it. Oh. Hello, hello, hello. What's happened here? Well, got a bit of a hand, and it's pulled another one up along with it, but that one looks okay. So I think they'll do us, definite. There's three of us having a meal, so they'll do us. But yeah, so there's Sweet Candle, and that's Nazareth. Admittedly, the Nazareth have been in about a fortnight longer than the Sweet Candle, but either way, not bad at all. Apart from got the hand there, but I'm very pleased with those, very pleased indeed. Oh, lovely cup of tea. Right, now then, I did say about ordering me seeds, which, there we go. We'll go through those in a minute. There is something else that I've bought. Going back onto a previous video where I was putting my beds to bed for the winter time, you may have noticed that the material, hello you, being mithered again with the dog, hello beautiful. You may remember that the material, the weed suppressant fabric as such that I put down, I felt was a bit flimsy. It was more like fleece than anything else. And I thought to myself, right, let's get on the old Tinterweb and order something decent. So I've got here, as you can see, this is it's the good, much thicker fabric. That opens out 2 meters wide, and it's 50 meters long. Sorry, 25 meters long, but it opens up to 2 meters and it's 25 meters long. Well, put that down. My beds are roughly 2 meters long by 1 meter wide. So that opened out. I'm only going to be cutting a little bit off the rolls for those, so that'll be fine. And what I've also done, see that? Garden staples. I've ordered, I think there's 100. Yeah, there's 100 in there. That's way too many, I know. But it means I can do a good job of pinning that membrane down. And these, because these are, I believe these are stainless steel. I don't think it says on here, but I believe these are stainless steel. So these will last for ever and a day. So I can at least get everything pinned down, get it all covered, and do a good job in the process, rather than putting the fabric down and then putting bricks and planks and bits of wood and so on. Going to be a bit more of a professional job. So that's another little thing that I've treated myself to. So I think the next thing to do is to spin you round and go through all the seeds that I've got, show you what I've done. I've got a few ideas, there's a few things that I'm changing, going down different routes, shall we say, this for next year. I was going to say this year, but for next year. So I'll spin you round, I'll get the seeds laid out on the table, and I'll show you what's what with the seeds. Right, there we go. These are my seeds for next year, or these are, should I say, these are probably 98% of what I'm growing. There's no lettuce in amongst these, but I tend to buy them as and when I need from garden centres anyway. So without further ado, we'll start over here. As you can see there, I've got 4 packs, Hurst Green Shaft. they will go in probably from end of April, beginning May time, something like that, because here I've got Kelvin Wonder. They'll go in probably end of March, mid-April, something like that, they'll go in. And then obviously follow on with the Hurst Green Shaft. Carrots. Now, I normally do Sweet Candle and Nazareth. This year, as you can see, I'm just doing Nazareth. The only reason I'm doing that is it's just my choice. I just thought I'll stick with them. If I pulled a Sweet Candle and a Nazareth and put them together, you wouldn't tell them apart. So sweet corn, Swift, I've been growing that now 5-6 years. Love it, brilliant stuff. Spring onion, Guardsman, really do like them. I do grow other types as and when the mood takes me, but yes, that's me Guardsman. And then coming down here, these are Globe Onion. These are Yellow Sweet Spanish. Did those this year for the first time, and I've decided I'm going to do them again. Then coming down here, again, a Red Onion, Redlander. First time I did them this year, so we're giving them a go again. Tomatoes, Sweet Million. I've grown them for the past 3 or 4 years. Love them, absolutely. They are basically, as it says, there's loads of them on a plant, and they are really nice and sweet. They're a little small cherry tomato. Crimson Crush, I've grown them now for 5-6 years. Always liked them, and I thought to myself, for next year I'd like to do something different alongside them. So I'm doing some Cocktail Crush. Never done them before, but I thought we'll give them a go as well. Beetroot, Boltardy. If you've never grown beetroot, then I'd strongly recommend you do Boltardy. They're so easy, straightforward. Keep them watered when it's a bit dry, the weather, and you won't go wrong. Simple as that, won't go wrong. Cauliflower, Clapton, clubroot resistant, so we're doing that. Then I've got leeks. Now I'm doing 2 different lots of leeks. Got Longbow, something different, and I've got Lancaster. I normally do Musselburgh along with something like these, but I thought, no, we'll break the mould this year, so Longbow and Lancaster. Parsnips, Gladiator. This year was a complete disaster for me. I'm going to try a different approach for next year with these, so we'll see how we go there. Then coming down here, Brussels sprouts, Crispus, again clubroot resistant, and then Calabrese, Marathon F1. That's another one that is clubroot resistant. So all in all, as you can see, that's majority of my seeds for next year. And yes, I've had them all from DT Browns. I'm not sponsored or anything by them, but I find I get good service. So if it's not broken, don't try and fix it, is basically the motto there. Well, that's it for this one. Thank you all very much for watching. As always, it's always very much appreciated. The weed suppressant fabric, I'll get that round on the allotment and we'll get that. I'll get and change over some of what I've done. I've got other beds ready now for covering up for the winter. so we'll get them covered. Them staples, it'll help make it look a bit more of a professional job, I suppose. Normally, as I've said, I've just put bricks and planks of wood and such like on the top, but now I better use those staples and hold everything in place. My seeds, as I've said, there's about 95-98% of the seeds that I grow are all there. What you've seen, that's what I'm going to be growing. Two things that I've noticed this year with me order from DT Browns. Normally when I send for an order like that, they do send you some free seed, and it could be anything. It could be swede, turnip, it could be kale, you know, anything. And they've not done that this year. I suppose cutbacks, finance and so on. And also what they've not done this year, and they normally always do provide them, is the little plant labels, the little tags. Always like them, and they're not in there this year. But as I say, it could be, you know, maybe they can't afford to do it anymore. Who knows? A thing that you'll have noticed that is missing from off that list of seed is the Kelsey, the large Kelsey onion. Reason it's missing off there is at the time of me ordering that, the seeds weren't available. When I looked on the website, it had got sold out. So I don't know whether they've had poor germination themselves. Excuse me. Whether they've had poor germination and have not been able to harvest the amount of seeds that they would like, I don't know. What I'm going to do for next year is I'm going to go down the road of buying the plants. I know one or two people have done that before and have said about how good the plants are. I've never had anything, I've never sent to DT Browns for plants of any sort, so I'm going to keep an eye on their website, have a look with regards to the onions, and I'll send for a batch of those. I may, if needs, I'm not sure yet, we're still a bit up and down, which is about right for me. I may go down the route of trying something else and growing from seed. We'll have to see, I'm not sure. But as I say, that's it for this one. Thank you all very much for watching. Please like, comment and subscribe. Remember, if you subscribe, it's free, it doesn't cost you anything. It's not like a magazine subscription or anything. Just hit the subscribe button and every time I put a video up, you'll be notified. So be good, look after yourselves, look after each other, and I'll see you in another one. Ta-ra a bit.